Insurance Center, getting ready for Tourney 2022. My name is Mark Callan. I've got Chris Leston with me, and a lot of excitement. The excitement's building up, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, it's been 2 years since we've been here. We're just ready to be back and getting ready for some quarterfinal games this evening.
Yeah, certainly. Let's take a look at the games this evening here, Chris, as we got a 4-game session here. As starting off things will be a rivalry game, MDI Ellsworth girls. Should be a lot of excitement for that one, huh?
Absolutely. Not a better way to kick off Tourney 2022 with a couple rivals from down east. And MDI won both games during the regular season, but it wouldn't surprise anybody if Ellsworth came in here and pulled an upset in the first game.
It definitely wouldn't surprise anybody, as it should be they know each other well. And what's the saying, Chris?
Yeah, it's sorry, what'd you say? Second game?
What's the saying? It's tough to do what?
It's tough to beat a team 3 times in one season, Mark. We all know that.
Yeah. So, but MDI will have that opportunity tonight, and we're looking forward to that one. And the band will get going here shortly, and that'll add to the excitement in the building for sure. Next after that will be the MCI girls, the number 10 seed. We saw them the other night. We had their broadcast and pulled off an impressive win against Foxcroft Academy, and they're going to play number 2 Herman. Herman's definitely the favorite. Herman's definitely the favorite in that one. But MCI's got 4 solid players, including Dee Dow, who is as you get. So she has that element. But Herman's got the experience, don't they?
Yeah, Herman's got the experience. They've been here. They've done that. They're definitely one of the Class B favorites, but we saw MCI run away from a pretty good Foxcroft team in the second half the other night in that prelim game. So that wouldn't surprise me and you if MCI pulled an upset here tonight.
It certainly wouldn't. Next one after that, the 7 p.m. game, Foxcroft John Bapps. John Bapps playing on their home court. But Foxcroft comes in off a very impressive second half. They struggled there at the beginning and were down by 10 midway through the third quarter. But Burkage and company turned it on late in the game, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And 2 games that were fairly competitive in the regular season. Bapps and Foxcroft played to a pretty close game here at the Cross Center earlier in the year. And then Foxcroft handled them pretty well in Dover. But again, hard to beat a team 3 times, and John Bapps is playing on their home floor tonight, Mark.
They certainly are. Wrapping up the night here will be Winslow and Orono. Orono's the number 2 seed, a boys game. These teams haven't seen each other in the regular season, so they got that element of not really knowing each other. Like the 2 previous, some of the other matchups today, MDI Ellsworth, Foxcroft, John Bapps, they know each other very well. But they have that element of not knowing each other in that one.
Yeah, and Winslow's a team a lot of people talked about at the beginning of the year. They started to come together late in the year and made a run here to Bangor, and they're going up against an Orono team that has some pretty good athletes, and another team that a lot of people have been talking about in Class B. When they're clicking, they could definitely be a team that could pull an upset over an Ellsworth here in the Class B.
Yes, they certainly could, Chris. Looking forward to that. Well, we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we're just going to talk about what we're looking forward to throughout this tournament here coming up. We'll be right back.
Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Back here at the Cross Insurance Center. Let's kind of just talk, Chris, about tomorrow. We'll kind of, talk about what happened before we come on air, and then we'll preview what's to come that day. But what are you looking forward to most this tournament?
Well, I mean, I think we have, for the most part, a wide open tournament here. There's 2 big favorites in this tournament, being Ellsworth boys and Southern Aroostook girls. I think a lot of the other fields are pretty wide open. And as you know, when you get to Bangor, anything can happen. Anybody can beat anybody. I'm looking forward to seeing Ellsworth and Southern Aroostook. I've just seen video highlights of both. I haven't seen both actually play in person. So that'd be my highlight of the week, especially Ellsworth boys. Been talked about a lot as maybe one of the better teams ever. We'll have to see. I mean, I can't wait to see them.
No doubt. And, I'm just looking forward to being back here and seeing everybody and, seeing, the teams, the players, some of the people we only see when we're here. We missed that, we missed that for 2 years. So looking forward to that, this week. So, I'm, very, very excited. Now, Chris, what class in girls do you think will be the most competitive?
I think Class B and C, both Class B and C girls will both be the most competitive. I feel those are wide open along with Class C boys. I believe even D boys is a little bit. There's some good teams in that too as well. So I think those ones will be the most competitive. But I'm just excited to get it started. You can feel the excitement in the building already.
Well, there you kind of answered the next question too. I was going to say what's most competitive in boys, and you answered it. C and D. I think of C in girls and boys will be very competitive. I think in D boys, I think there's definitely the top two teams are definitely Machias and Southern Aroostook are the favorites, and it would be kind of surprising if anybody else won other than those two. But I think in C boys, I mean, the top team, Fort Kent, could definitely win, but also the number 11 seed Central. It wouldn't surprise anybody if they came out of there. So I think that's really wide open. Dexter's in there. Dexter has won against Lee this week. So, there's a lot of, competitive there. And then in the girls' rank, definitely C girls. I mean, Dexter's the number 7 seed, played Callis. They've done that before as a lower seed and came out on top. So it wouldn't surprise us either way in that one either. But, anyway, we're going to wrap this up and get ready for action here, and then we will we'll come back tomorrow midday sometime and wrap up what's happened and what what is going to happen the rest of the day after that. But thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Chris.